Session 18. Session 18. Brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. We begin with the name of God, who is most gracious and merciful. Nahmaduhu nusalli ala Rasulihil Kareem. And we begin with blessings on Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. We start with the translation and explanation of Qur'an again. And I may resubmit over here that it took me about 20 years to do the translation, in which I consulted about 12 tafsir in Urdu and 4 to 5 translations of Qur'an in English. The explanation which I will put forth before you is a recent direct translation of Mufti Taqi Usmani's book or tafsir Asanul Qur'an. Now, in session 14, we had finished the elaboration of part 1. Today, we shall start with part 2 and continue with Surah Baqarah from verse 142 onwards. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Sayaqulu sufaha'u minan nasi ma wallahum an qiblatihim allati kanu alayha qul lillahil mashriqu wal maghribu yahdi man yasha'u ila siratal mustaqim. The foolish will ask, why did they turn away from the Qibla, the direction in prayer towards which they used to face? O Muhammad, say, East and West belongs to Allah. He guides whomever He wishes to the right way. Now the elaboration. From here, change of Qibla, the direction of facing while offering prayers, and the problems that arise are being mentioned. The background of the events is that at Makkah, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, used to face the house of Allah, Kaaba, for offering salah prayers. When he migrated to Medina, he was ordered by Allah to face towards Baitul Muqaddas, Jerusalem, and he offered prayers facing in this direction for 17 months. After this, Baitullah Kaaba was declared the Qibla again. This order of changing follows in verse 144. This verse predicts that the Jews and Christians would raise a lot of objections, whereas he who has faith in Allah accepts this fact without any questioning, that fixing any direction of Qibla doesn't mean that Allah is present in this direction only. Allah is present in all the directions and everywhere. And whether it is east or west, north or south, all these directions have been made by Him. However, it is in the fitness of things that one and the same direction is fixed for all pious believers. As such, this direction is fixed by Allah. It doesn't mean that direction in itself has sanctity. Whatever sanctity a Qibla or direction has is because of the orders of Allah. So Allah, as per His hikmah, wisdom, can declare any direction as the Qibla. A pious believer's straight path is that he understands the fact and bows to his each and every order. At the end of the verse, the mention of the right way implies correct perception of this reality. Verse 143. وَكَذَلِكَ جَعَلْنَاكُمْ أُمَّةً وَسَطًا لِتَكُونُوا شُهَدَاءَ عَلَى النَّاسِ وَلِيَكُونَ الرَّسُولُ عَلَيْكُمْ شَهِيدًا وَمَا جَعَلْنَا الْقِبْلَةَ الَّتِي كُنْتَ عَلَيْهَا إِلَّا لِنَعْلَمَ مَنْ يَتَّبِعُ الرَّسُولَ مِمَّنْ يَنْقَلِبُ عَلَى عَقِبَيْهِ وَإِنْ كَانَتْ لَكَبِيرَةٌ إِلَّا عَلَى الَّذِينَ هُدَى اللَّهُ وَمَا كَانَ اللَّهُ لِيُضِيعَ إِيمَانَكُمْ إِنَّ اللَّهَ بِالنَّاسِ لَرَءُوفٌ رَحِيمٌ. 143. We have made you a moderate ummah, civilization, so that you may testify against mankind, and that your own Rasul, Prophet, may testify against you. We decreed your former Qibla only to distinguish those who are the real followers of the Rasul from those who would turn away from this faith. It was indeed a hard test, except for those whom Allah has guided. Allah does not want to make your faith fruitless. Allah is compassionate and merciful to mankind. Explanation. As in the last ages, leaving all other possibilities, the direction of Kaaba was made the Qibla, the direction of facing while offering prayers. And you were asked to accept it through the core of your heart. Likewise, compared to other Ummah's civilizations, we have made you the most moderate and balanced civilization. Tafsir Kabir. As such, in the Sharia of the Ummah, such balanced, appropriate orders have been kept which can provide proper guidance to humanity till the doomsday. The character trait of this moderate balanced Ummah, has also been stated in this verse, that this Ummah will be produced as a witness in favor of all previous prophets. Its details are given in a hadith for Sahih Bukhari's, that when the disbelievers, given in a hadith Sahih al-Bukhari, that when the disbelievers in all previous ummahs would refute and say that no prophet had ever come to them, then the people of Ummat Muhammadiyah would vouch in favor of all the prophets that the latter had conveyed the message of Allah. Although we were not present at that time, but our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was informed through revelations given by Allah, and in turn he informed us accordingly. And we have greater confidence in what he says and what he tells us, more reliable than what we see with our eyes. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, would second and confirm this statement of the Ummah. Additionally, certain scholars of tafsir have stated these meanings as well, that giving shahadat means dawah and preaching of the truth, the religion of Islam. And this Ummah would give the right faith to the entire humanity as Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, had given them. Both interpretations are correct. There is no contradiction in them. The order to make Baitul Muqaddas the Qibla for some time that we had given earlier, it was aimed at testing as to who understands the reality of Qibla, obeys the orders of Allah, and who is the one who takes Qibla by itself as sacred forever instead of Allah's and instead of Allah worships it. By change of Qibla, this is what is intended, that Ibadah, worshipping, is not of Qibla but Allah. Otherwise, what would be the difference in worshipping the structure of Kaaba and worshipping idols? In the next sentence, Allah has also made this clear that those who since centuries believing Baitullah as the Qibla for them, all of a sudden changing orientation towards Baitul Muqaddas wasn't easy. Because beliefs ruling and commanding the hearts since centuries are difficult to be changed all of a sudden. However, those whom Allah has given this awareness that nothing in itself has sanctity and the actual sanctity lies in the order of Allah, changing of Qibla didn't create the slightest difficulty or hesitation for them. Additionally, they knew that they were Allah's abd, humble beings and obedient to His orders. And today also, we are doing this on His orders. One meaning of this sentence has been stated by Hazrat Hassan Basri, that although adopting new Qibla was difficult, but those people who obeyed and demonstrated the strength of their Iman, faith, and accepted it without any hesitation, Allah will not disregard this spirit of their Iman, faith. To the contrary, they'll get great reward for it. Tafsir Ibn Kathir. Secondly, this sentence is an answer to a question which came into the hearts of some companions, and that was that those Muslims who have died and their Qibla was Baitul Muqaddas hope their prayers have not gone waste unrewarded. This verse answers no, because they had offered these prayers with the spirit of their Iman, faith in the orders of Allah. As such, those prayers have not been wasted. Verse 144. قد نرى تقلب وجهك في السماء فلنولينك قبلة ترضاها فول وجهك شطر المسجد الحرام وحيث ما كنتم فولوا وجوهكم شطره إن الذين أوتوا الكتاب ليعلمون أنه الحق من ربهم وما الله بغافل عما يعملون. 144. O Muhammad, peace be upon him, many a time we have noticed you turning your face towards heaven. Now we shall make you turn towards a Qibla that will please you. Turn your face during Salah towards the Al-Masjid Al-Haram, Kaaba. Wherever you are, turn your face in that direction. Surely those who were given the book know that it is the truth from your Rabb. Allah is not unaware of what you do. When Baitul Muqaddas was made Qibla, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, had the hunch that this order was temporary. And since Baitullah was more ancient and the memory of Prophet Ibrahim was also connected with it, as such, he felt that it should be made the Qibla. As such, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, at occasions waiting for the change of Qibla, lifted his face to look towards the sky. This verse describes this state of the Prophet. The people of the book know very well that the order of change of Qibla is absolutely in order. One reason for this was that people believed and accepted Prophet Ibrahim as a prophet, and it was known historically that he had constructed Khana Kaaba with the orders of Allah. Some historians have proved through the evidences of Torah itself, that Prophet Ibrahim's and Prophet Isaac's Qibla was Khana Kaaba, the house of Allah. Verse 145. وَلَئِنْ آتَيْتَ الَّذِينَ أُوتُوا الْكِتَابَ بِكُلِّ آيَةٍ مَا تَبِعُوا قِبْلَتَكَ وَمَا أَنْتَ بِتَابِعٍ قِبْلَتَهُمْ وَمَا بَعْضُهُمْ بِتَابِعٍ قِبْلَةَ بَعْضٍ وَلَئِنِ اتَّبَعْتَ أَهْوَاءَهُمْ مِنْ بَعْدِ مَا جَاءَكَ مِنَ الْعِلْمِ إِنَّكَ إِذًا لَمِنَ الظَّالِمِينَ. 145. Even if you give every proof to the people of the book, they'll not accept your Qibla, nor will you accept theirs. Neither of them, the Jews and Christians, are the followers of each other's Qibla. If, after all the knowledge you have been given, you yield to their desires, then surely you will be among the wrongdoers. The Jews took Baitul Muqaddas as the Qibla, and the Christians Baitul Laham, where Prophet Isa, Jesus, son of Maryam, was born. 146 and 147. Allazina aytainahumul kitaba yarifunahu kama yarifuna abna'ahum wa inna wa fariqam minhum liyaktamuna al-haqqa wa hum ya'lamun. Those to whom we have given the book, Jews and Christians, recognize this fact as they recognize their own children. Al-haqqu min rabbika fala takunanna min al-mumtarin. 147. Nevertheless, a group of them deliberately conceal the truth. The truth is from your Rabb. Therefore, you should never be among those who doubt. This verse can also mean that these people know very well that Kaaba is the Qibla as mentioned above, and this is also the meaning that Muhammad, peace be upon him, is the same prophet whose information has been given in the previous religious books, but they are not accepting it because of their obstinacy. Verse 148. وَلِكُلِّ وَجْهَةٌ هُوَ مُوَلِّيهَا فَاسْتَبِقُوا الْخَيْرَاتِ أَيْنَمَا تَكُونُوا يَأْتِ بِكُمُ اللَّهُ جَمِيعًا إِنَّ اللَّهَ عَلَى كُلِّ شَيْءٍ قَدِيرٌ. Everyone has a direction towards which one turns. Therefore, emulate one another in good deeds. Wherever you are, Allah will bring all of you together. Allah has power over all things. The people who were objecting to the change of Qibla were left with no convincing argument to disbelieve. Thereafter, the Muslims are being instructed that peoples of all the religions have made their own Qiblas separately, and it is not possible for you to conjoin them on any one Qibla. As such, rather than indulging in arguments with peoples of every religion, you should get to your own task, and that is, add to your books of deeds maximum pious deeds. At the end, the net result would be that Allah will call peoples of all religions before Him, and at that time all their pride and arrogance would be multiplied by 0, because all of them would be standing before Allah, the Almighty, for accountability. Verse 149. وَمِنْ حَيْثُ خَرَجْتَ فَوَلِّ وَجْهَكَ شَطْرَ الْمَسْجِدِ الْحَرَامِ وَإِنَّهُ لَلْحَقُّ مِنْ رَبِّكَ وَمَا اللَّهُ بِغَافِلٍ عَمَّا تَعْمَلُونَ. From wherever you come forth, turn your face during Salah towards the Al-Masjid al-Haram. This is in fact a commandment from your Rabb. Allah is not unaware of what you do. Allah has revealed thrice in these verses His order of facing Masjid al-Haram, Baitullah. First, the importance of this order is being highlighted and conveyed. Second, this has also been told that facing the Qibla, Masjid al-Haram, is not being confined to your presence at this place. Rather, even if you are out and away from Mecca, even then this duty, obligation doesn't end. The use of word direction by Allah conveys that facing Kaaba doesn't mean to be facing 100% correctly. Rather, if the direction is the same, Allah's our order is fulfilled. Man's duty is to find out the direction correctly as far as it is possible, using all the means available to him. After this, his Salah prayer will be considered to have been performed. Verse 150. وَمَنْ حَيْثُ خَرَجْتَ فَوَلِّ وَجْهَكَ شَطْرَ الْمَسْجِدِ الْحَرَامِ وَحَيْثُ مَا كُنْتُمْ فَوَلُّوا وُجُوهَكُمْ شَطْرَهُ إِلَّا يَكُونَ لِلنَّاسِ عَلَيْكُمْ حُجَّةٌ إِلَّا الَّذِينَ ظَلَمُوا مِنْهُمْ فَلَا تَخْشَوْهُمْ وَاخْشَوْنِي وَلِأُتِمَّ نِعْمَتِي عَلَيْكُمْ وَلَعَلَّكُمْ تَهْتَدُونَ. Again, from wherever you come forth, turn your face during Salah towards the Al-Masjid al-Haram, and wherever you are, face towards it, so that people will not have any argument against you, except those among them who are wrongdoers. Do not fear them, fear me, so that I may perfect my favors to you, and that you may be rightly guided.